Does your wife loves you? Fellas, check out my review article if you want. It's about the best enhancer ever. It's right on successanimation-reviews.com. If you wonder, does my wife love me? I am sad that you must ask. Relationships are hard and can be miserable if you don't know where you stand. I am going to tell you something that I, and millions of people around the world already know. Relationships suck. They can be either the most fulfilling or most destructive things, sometimes alternating from day to day. But, if you ask, does my wife love me or not, then there is some serious mistrust in your partnership that only you can figure out. When you marry someone, there is an assumption that you love one another. But, throw in some hardships, resentment, growing apart, and changing on both parts, and what you find is marriages get off track pretty quickly. The bad news is that I don't know you and I can't answer, does my wife love me still or not, for you. But I can help you along the way. Does my wife love me? 17 signs she still loves your ass. There are universal signs that no matter how far things have gone with the two of you or whatever ugly things have been done or said, that gives you the answer about whether she still has love in her heart for you. One thing's just get done. If you notice that your socks magically make their way from the floor to the washing machine and that your favorite shorts and shirt are always washed and back in your dresser, that is one of the ways your wife answers, does my wife love me? Although it might seem like a duty and something obligatory to you, it isn't. She does it because she loves you. 2. She says favorable things about you. Whether you are around or not, she has nothing but favorable things to say about who you are and all the things you do for her. Sure, there are going to be times when she bitches about you to her friends, but that is human nature. We all vent about the things that upset us. If she can't say how talented or smart you are enough, then that means she admires and loves who you are. 3. She forgives you. Even when you snap at her or get pissed and yell at her, she doesn't do much but brush it off and forgive you. If she understands that we all lose our temper and forgives even if you haven't asked to be forgiven, then that is a good sign that she loves you. 4. Your needs are all met. If you look around and all your emotional and physical needs are met, that indicates your wife's love for you. Most of the time we take for granted that people fulfill our needs because we don't recognize it. If you stop to notice, you want for nothing from her because she just gives without being asked. Doing for people who don't have to ask is a sign of love. 5. She is on your side. If you were being a jackass at a party and made someone mad and she is still on your side, it is a good indication she loves you. Supporting someone means both when they are right and sometimes when they aren't so right. If she doesn't care about what other people think, and she takes your side almost all the time, then you have it pretty awesome. 6. She finds ways to make you happy. If you get your favorite dinner slaved over for no reason at all, or she buys you a pair of shoes because she notices that yours are getting a little shabby, that isn't mothering, that is love. Women nurture. The way that we show love for those in our lives is by looking for what they need and trying to fulfill those needs. 7. When you need her, she puts her anger aside. Even if you just had an epic battle, but something bad happens in your life, and she comes to your side without hesitation. That is a way that she says, I love you. Love always trumps anger. If you really need her, and she puts her own feelings and hurt aside to be by your side, that screams love. 8. Her threats are always empty. She might tell you that she is done about 100 times, but where is she? If she is still in your bed at night, trying to make things right, or reaching out to you, take her hand and repair things. If she hasn't given up yet, that means she doesn't want to because she still loves you. 9. She nags you about your health. Nagging is so irritating, isn't it? Women nag not to make our husbands angry, but to create change in them. If she gets onto you about how hard you work or that you smoke, she isn't doing it for herself. Nagging is a form of trying to get the guys we love to take better care of themselves. We want them around for longer and by our sides for years to come. 10. She takes shit from your family. If your mother and father can't do anything but throw out passive-aggressive comments, and she just takes it without snapping back, why do you think she does that? Even if you get shit from her for it, if she didn't love you she would probably tell them to FCK off. She doesn't do that because she loves you. She doesn't want to create a rift between you and your family. So, she sucks it up and just lets them walk all over her. 11. She sacrifices herself for your needs. If you come first in her mind, then what else could drive that? No, she didn't want to up and move for your promotion. No, she probably didn't want to go to the horror movie you wanted. She sacrifices for your needs because that is what people in love do. 12. She trusts and believes in you even if you don't always deserve it. If she lets you keep your own bank accounts or social media accounts without ever checking up on you, that is a sign of love. It might seem like you're right to have your own stuff, but she doesn't keep things from you. She takes a huge risk that you aren't doing something malicious behind her back. That kind of trust really says, I love you. Even if you think it is your right and no big deal, it is. 13. When you say mean things she still cares. If you tell her mean things in the heat of the moment, but she still cares for you and doesn't hold on to it like a backpack. That is the kind of forgiveness not only difficult to give, but only born out of love. 14. She takes care of you and worries about you when you are hurt or sick. No, not all women want to take care of their sick husbands. If you act like a baby or even pretend you don't need her, and she still runs around getting you medicine and tending to your needs, then she loves you. 15. She depends on you for her physical and emotional needs. Although it might drive you nuts that she bounces everything off of you, she does that because she wants you to be a team. A partnership is about love and doing things together. Try not to be too irritated and see that it isn't neediness. It is what a couple who loves each other does. They rely on one another. 16. She asks you so many questions it drives you crazy. If she asks you 1,000 questions a day like what you have been up to, how you feel about her, or what she can do to help, she isn't doing it to make you crazy. While men hate questions, women ask them because they want to be reassured that they are what you want them to be. You know why? Because when we love someone we care too much. 17. When she loses her temper and says nasty things she still apologizes. Sometimes life feels like an endless roller coaster of fighting. If you are in a fight zone all the time, it is reasonable to ask, does my wife love me? Even if you can't stop fighting, if she still comes back to say I'm sorry, then she does love you. You are just two hotheads that can't seem to cool it. Women aren't the easiest creatures in the world to deal with, this I know. When marriage gets rough, and you can't seem to stop the fighting and hurt, there come times when you question, does my wife love me still? I don't know your wife and I don't know you. But, if you are both still together and trying, that is a sign she isn't ready to let go just yet. Despite it all, she loves you. You have to change your behaviors for love to grow and nurture, but love doesn't just go away. If she is still there, then stop worrying about if she loves you. Instead, do things to foster the love that she has for you. If you don't have any of the above signs when considering does my wife love me, it might be time to reevaluate what is going on in your relationship. Is it a good idea to continue to try or is the magic gone? I am pretty sure you have followed the lines of pickup artists etc. in the past. And these lines sometimes might work, but more often they won't. You know why? You don't feel authentic while telling them. And women can literally smell this. So the biggest disadvantage of our regular lines and tricks is, they don't make women obsessed and literally enslave them in a positive way. But no problem, if you want to learn how to become a high-status man, that naturally says the right things and use the deadliest pickup line in an authentic way to make the women obsessed for you. Just click the link at the end of the video, put in your email and Jason will send you the masterclass video for free. Don't know how long it will be available,